What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Something hit the keys. And in today's episode of plugins that I've slept on, we're going to review and demonstrate Spaced Out by Baby Audio. It's basically a modern space echo / reverb plugin. And when I tell y'all I slept on this one, I slept on this one. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. Some hit the key. All right, guys. So when you open up the plugin, it's going to look like this. It's got a very beautiful looking GUI in my personal opinion. What's also very dope about this is it has day and night mode. So I can click this off and put it in night mode. I think it looks dope in black, but we're gonna go ahead and leave it in white for now. So it's easier to see for the demonstration purposes. As you're looking at the plugin, it's got two different sides basically. So you have your left side, which is for your echoes, and then you have the right side, which is for your reverb. The middle is basically an XY axis where the higher up you move the circle, you know, it's gonna be wet. Move it down, it's going to be dry. If you move it to the right, it's going to focus more on the reverb. And if you move it to the left, it's going to focus more on the echo. I made a little sample beat as always, and I actually used the space out on multiple instances of the vocals and different bells and stuff like that throughout the beat. So I'm going to play that first, and then we're going to come back into spaced out and we're going to go through all the different controls and all this different stuff in the GUI. So the beat, of course, is not all the way mixed down. I didn't put effects on anything except for spaced out. That's the only effect that I used. So let's go.
Stressed out, I ain't making it that easy now. Tapping out, yeah, I've given it all today. Stressed out, I ain't making it that easy. Tap out, yeah, I've given it all today.
All right, guys, so that's the little sample beat that I put together for you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight this section, and this is the section that we're going to use for the demonstration. So I'm going to mute everything else for a moment, and I'm just going to let you hear the vocals, how they sound with spaced out not on, and then what they sound like with spaced out on. So this is what they sound like without spaced out.
Stressed out, I ain't making it that easy now.
All right, so there's no effects or nothing else on there. Just adding the basic spaced out preset on there. It sounds like this.
Stressed out, I ain't making it that easy now. Tapping out, yeah, I've given it.
Super fire, super fire. And what's nice about this plugin is that it has a ton of presets. So as you're looking here, there is 125 different presets, and you got presets for everything from guitars to keys to drums to vocals. I mean, whatever you're thinking about, synths, whatever you're thinking about, they got all kinds of different effects for it. So, you know, like right here, we got a Vox delay. So it's obviously it's going to sound different.
Stressed out, I ain't making it that easy now.
See, that sounds pretty dope. And then, you know, we can turn on the reverb.
Stressed out, I ain't making it that easy now. Tapping out, yeah, I've given it all.
So again, you can do a whole lot with vocals on this to make your vocals sound buttery, make them sound unique, so on and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the next instrument. Just because I want to demonstrate the plugin on that because I can do more with it. So I have this little synthy kind of guitar type noise, and it basically in essence sounds like this. All right, so that's what it sounds like without the spaced out on there. Now this is what it's going to sound like with the spaced out on there. So dramatic difference, obviously. Let's go ahead and turn off the reverb for just a moment though. So this is what it's going to sound like with just the echo on there. Now, obviously, if we go to different modes, it's going to make the echo sound different. So let's go to 2 times. Go ahead and go to dotted. We'll go ahead and hit triplet. So you can see it gives it a little different echo. So now if we go ahead and punch in some more little circles, it's going to make the echo actually hit every time it lands on one of these circles in the step sequencer. All right, so that's pretty cool. What you can also do is you can come down here to the bottom and they have like what they would call a ultra wide. So now let's listen to it. So you can hear how wide that is in your headphones. Now let's go ahead and hit the dimension button again, and now it's motion. So it's more of like a back and forth. So that's pretty cool as well. Down here, you have different types. So you have clean. I'm going to go ahead and turn off a couple of these echoes just so that it's not so aggressive in your ear. And then like over here, you have wonky tape. You have a lo-fi. So that's nice. You can hear that bit crusher. And then down here you have hazy. Then they also have a reverse, which is obviously a nice effect as well. This right here is basically a low pass, high pass filter. And then you have your feedback over here. So you see how that's giving a little different feel on that feedback, the tail of that feedback. So that's, you know, that's very nice as well. And then you have your sustain down here as well. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this off for just a moment. And let's come on over here to the reverb side. So over here on the reverb side, when you're messing with the reverb, you have different kinds of effects that play in with the reverb. So like over here, you kind of have a flanger. So like when you're moving it around, you see how right here, it says lush. So it's more of like a regular, close to regular reverb. Then you have cosmic, and then you have this alien, which is more of like a flanger. And then over here, you have the trippy, which is like kind of like a flanger and phasing effect. So basically it sounds like this in the middle. All right, so let's go ahead and put this up here. And this is basically what it sounds like when the reverb's over here in your cosmic. So you can hear that long tail. Now let's go ahead and move it over here in the lush. What it sounds like in the alien. So you can hear that flanging effect. And then over here. And so down here at the bottom with the controls, you have your pre-delay, obviously. You got a stardust. So this basically adds more high frequencies into the reverb. You have mellow right here, which is basically a filter as well. And so, you know, you have your high pass and your low pass. Cleanup. So what cleanup basically does is it basically gets rid of some of the muddy frequencies in the reverb. So you can hear how it sounds muddier when it's all the way down. When it's opened up, it sounds a little less muddy. And then over here, obviously, you know, it's pretty basic. You have your width. So it's how spread out the reverb actually is. And then in the middle, we have output and we have liftoff. And this liftoff right here is EQ and compression. It's supposed to make the effects sound better. So it's recommended that you leave it on when you are working with the plugin. Next to that, we have a ducker. And so the ducker basically ducks the echo or the reverb every time the dry signal hits. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to play this on some drums, just so that you can hear kind of what it sounds like on the drums. So I have it, the drums all bust out. to a bus over here. And then I have spaced out on them. So this is what the drum pattern sounds like. So again, basic drum pattern. But now once we throw spaced out on there, it's going to sound like this. And so there's all kinds of different effects and different presets. I can't stress enough that you can do all kinds of stuff. So let's go ahead and turn off this echo for a second. And I want to show you what's nice about this reverb as well on drums. So let's go ahead and hear what the drums sound like again. And so it's got that nice little flanging effect on there. And we can obviously mix with the dry and the wet, and we can mix it in as we like. You know, and we can move it all around, so we can move it over here if we want to. So you can do a lot with the drums. Let's go ahead and listen to a couple of different presets. Let's hit it on this snare reverb. And let's see what this sounds like. So, you know, that sounds nice. Let's go ahead and put it on some more drum settings just so we can hear what they sound like. So let's go ahead and scroll down. Let's see here. Let's put it on this tribal drum setting. Bro, that's so fire. And I can't stress enough, there's a ton of different presets. I mean, you can go through the presets all day, you know, just to get some different feels for your drums, breaks and flows. Let's see what this sounds like. So another thing that I want to play it on for you guys are the bells from this actual beat that I used. So the bells from this beat, they basically sounded like this. And just throwing spaced out on there, they sound like this. So dope as well. And then I'll play it on one more instrument for you guys. So I'll play it on this guitar that I had going as well. So let me go ahead and highlight the section with the guitar on there. And it sounds like this. It's just a basic guitar. I didn't put no fancy pattern on there. I just wanted you to be able to hear what the spaced out sounds like. And so it sounds like this without the spaced out on there. All right, now with some spaced out on there. So that's basically the plugin in a nutshell for you. I would definitely recommend this plugin. I definitely slept on this one, and I'm kind of mad at myself because I did. I'm not even going to cap to y'all. I've been messing with this reverb for about 2 weeks now, and it is for real probably my favorite reverb that I have now. It's taken over the spot of Reverb. It is currently $69.99. But if you go to Baby Audio right now, they do have an all plugin bundle on sale right now. So all 7 of their plugins are on sale for $179. You can't beat that. I'll leave the link for that below in the description. You can either get it from their website, or you can go to adsr.com, or you can go to Plugin Boutique. This isn't a sponsored video, but there are some affiliate links below. So if you do decide to grab the plugin, you know what I'm saying? You could help a brother out, use the link, and it'll help the channel out immensely without an extra penny coming out of your pocket. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.